Okay, so now we're on to part 2 of the video of the lower tube kit maintenance, putting it back together. So now that you've cleaned everything up, lubed everything up, you want to put it all back in. So this is my way of doing it right here. Take your poppet, the pin right here, the silver part of the pin, stick it right in the hole there and line up the retaining nut, and it should just sit there. And this may take a little while, but make sure not the hole, that's the flow hole for the air, but the divot. The divot is lined up with this hole where this retaining nut goes, because that's what's going to hold this valve in from the bottom. So it may take a few tries. I have got on the first try before, so just start screwing in the retaining nut. Your valve should start turning. You may or may not get it on the first try, it just depends. And nope, I didn't. So I'll just cut the video until I do. It, like I said, it may take a little while to fidget with it, but you know, you just got to keep trying at it. Okay, so with any luck, I did get it on the second try. The valve is now in there. So now you want to take your bottom retaining nut. This is a stainless steel one if you have it from CCM, so don't screw it in too tight to an aluminum body. You will strip it out. It would not be good. So just snug it up good. Don't over tighten it, just snug it up. I wouldn't suggest using this end of it because you can get a lot of torque with that. Just tighten up as tight as you can, just like that. And then now start turning in your retaining nut and snugging that up as hard as you can. And then your valve is now securely in there. So now what you want to do is you want to take your cocking rod once again. Don't screw it in all the way, just screw it in enough to where it's connected to the hammer. And line up the lug with the slot where it was, and then you want to take your 1/8 again, stick it down in that hole, and then stick the, excuse that, where you have work going on at our house right now with a carpenter. We're having something built. I don't even know what that was, so excuse that. But so yeah, so now start tightening down the lug so that it will not fall out of the body. If you want a shorter trigger pull with pumps, tighten the lug, just don't drop it down that much, and you'll have a really short trigger pull. So so now that that's dropped down, as you can see, it's not coming out. The hammer, it's just sliding in there, but it will not come out now that the lug is tightened down enough. Take your mainspring, make sure it falls in that hole in the hammer correctly. Take your IVG. Remember how many turns you had it in at. This can be a little frustrating to get in by hand because you have to start it by hand, but just keep doing it until you get it. Okay, got it. So then get it flush. Right now, we'll get it flush. And it is flush with the body. For those of you that don't know what flush means, it just means it's equal with the body. It's not out, it's not in, it's just equal with the body. So now that you've got it flush, remember how many turns you had it in at? So I had a little more than 3, so that's 1 turn, 2 turns, and then 3, and then a little more. So that's pretty much with the Chipley internals, the CCM internals, 300 psi output. 3 turns in roughly will get you right around 300 feet per second. So, you know, just remember as the 3 rule, just kind of 300 psi, 3 turns in, 300 feet per second out of your gun. With the CCM internals is their sweet spot. And I don't know why I'm screwing this regulator in. Put your trigger frame back on first. And I don't even need to show you guys this because you guys can do all this. So that's how you get the internals back in, and yeah, that's the video really. That's how to maintain your internals kit. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks.